Yo, what's good? All right, y'all. So today, what we have, hopefully everything is running. Yeah, you can. It's recording. Cool. All right. So, so today, what we have, we're just doing a quick overview of Lightroom and Photoshop because a lot of y'all don't know what's what and what they do, and all that kind of good stuff. So, I'm here to help. Um, so what this is just a quick overview of Photoshop and Lightroom. I'm not going too deep. I just want to show y'all, the softwares, and that's really it. So hopefully it's no more than 10, 15 minutes, because it is 3:15 a.m. I'm ready to go to bed, but I still got juice in me, so I might still be up. But anyways, long story short, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'll go ahead and show y'all a couple things with Lightroom and Photoshop. Then from there, what I plan on doing afterwards is hitting y'all with another video of both of the softwares individually. And so in those videos, that's where I'll go in deeper into the two, show y'all some more of the tools, show y'all how they're used. And I think that'll be about it for that. So yeah, so what is Photoshop, Lightroom, and what is Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop? I don't know why I just said Photoshop first. But yeah, so what is Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop? So Lightroom and Photoshop are two of the more popular editing softwares. You got some other ones out there like Capture One. Capture One, I heard that's a very, very, very good editing software. I don't use it. I think I tried the trial one time before. Well, I downloaded the trial, but I never actually used the trial. But I heard it's pretty good though. But I would say 75% of the photographers out here, they're working with Lightroom and Photoshop, which is what we're talking about today. So we'll stick to that. So one of the main questions that people ask a lot about the two, what are the prices? So the prices, I got this link here. I'll make sure wherever I post this video, I'll send the presentation as well. That way you have that link. So you have different rates. So you got different rates for the individual, the business. You got another rate for students. So if you have a student email, definitely just apply for the student rates, with your student email. That way you can save some bucks. Yeah, you get the whole Creative Cloud for $20. Now that's pretty cool. First year 30, then afterwards. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so right here it says you can get the first year of Creative Cloud for $20 per month. Then after the first year, you'll get it for $30 a month. I think that's what I have. But anyways, Creative Cloud is actually pretty cool. So if you do like video editing, or if you create logos and stuff like that, to where you might need Adobe Illustrator for video, if you need Premiere Pro, the media encoder, then you might want to be looking at Creative Cloud. But if you're only doing a Creative Cloud, is pretty much like you have the other programs available to you. Yeah. But if you're only doing photography, all you need is Lightroom and Photoshop. You got different rates for it, so you can either get those individually, which I think would be dumb to do that. Whenever you can go ahead and get them both for $20 with a terabyte of cloud space. So if you don't know what cloud storage is, right here, cloud storage is pretty much you're using the cloud as your storage. So same things like Dropbox, Amazon Photos, WeTransfer. Well, I don't think WeTransfer is the actual storage. I think it's just a transfer. But Dropbox, we all know about Dropbox. And so it's a storage that you have on the cloud. Same thing is your iPhones, whenever you have shared folders and stuff like that, or the iCloud, you know, you got photos on the cloud, right? So a terabyte, that's a lot of space. I wouldn't solely depend on that though, just because whenever you travel and you might need to use or might need to get some of the you know, photos or whatever it is on the cloud, if you don't have internet, then you cannot access the cloud. And so I just want to make sure, you know, y'all think about that. Just because if you don't need all that space, you can come down here, get that same plan with just 20 gigs of cloud space. You can get it for half the price. Look at that. So for $9.99, you can get both of these softwares to where you can get it individually for $30. That's dumb. I don't know. You gotta be a fool to do that. Anyways, that's not why we're here. So, but like I said, you can go ahead and go to that link. Where are we at? You can go to that link right here, and you can go ahead and, you know, purchase your plan. All right, y'all. So, like I said, we're gonna try to make this a very short and sweet video. Hopefully no more than 10 minutes, no more than 15, because I probably took 5 already. So what is Lightroom? So Lightroom is one of the softwares. It's really for, like, you know, more light editing. When I say light, I guess I mean both. So light as in your lights and colors or whatnot, and then also is, like, you know, a little bit more lighter editing, like easier editing and whatnot. And so color enhancing, light, blemish removal, photo organization. I really love it for the photo organization. That's the only reason why I use photo or Lightroom for my organization. It's really easy just to import things in there. It'll automatic, whenever I get it in Lightroom, it's automatically gonna, matter of fact, I'll show y'all. When I import a shoot in here, I'll just come to import, and I don't have nothing to import right now, but when I import it, just hit import right there, and then so it'll create the folder. So I shot with Lexus today, and so I think I'm ready to upload hers on Shootproof. But anyways, so yeah. So when I do that, it's automatically going to create a folder on the hard drive too. So, I mean, I think that's common sense, but just in case you didn't know, now you know. So real quick, we're going to just take a couple seconds just to kind of go through Lightroom. Nothing deep, because like I said, I will follow this video with a more detailed video on each of the softwares. But here, you can go ahead and play with, well, first off, I love how it tells you, if you don't know, it tells you, you know, your settings that you can use for the shoot, so, or for the shot. And so ISO 800, I shot at, you know, 58 or 59 millimeters. My aperture was at a f10. My shutter speed was at 1/160. So here in this section, you know, I kind of play with the colors. And so the color, or not the colors, but the light. So exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, the blacks. And notice whenever I play with the sliders, it's also moving this. So usually I'll come up here to the histogram and play with this instead. But to each his own, you know. So whatever you want to do, I'm gonna reset that, get that image back. That's shot straight out of camera, y'all. Gangster with it. But you got the curve. I love playing with the curve. So pretty much a curve. That's like a more of a custom tool for the contrast. So whenever you get to learn more about the curve, well, first off, we're not gonna do that because I look crazy doing that. But see, kind of play with that some. But yeah, it's cool. For certain situations, we're gonna erase that again. So now with the colors, you can go crazy with the colors, right? And so put the hues, saturation, luminance. And so just real quick, kind of show y'all something pretty cool that you can do. Take this green dress and turn it to different colors. Pretty dope, right? So turn from blue to green, all that kind of jazz. So after we do that, let's see. Yeah, pretty cool. You can also play with. So I don't think I have any issues with this. But say for instance, when you don't have a photo that's leveled and you got a whole bunch of, you want straighter lines or whatnot, you can play with these. So, oh, that kind of did. Okay, cool. So if you look at this divider right there, well, turn it back off. If you look at this divider, it's hard to tell, but it's kind of crooked. And so I'm gonna just hit level. It straighten up the whole image. So I really use this tool more so when I do like real estate, because like real estate, that's when you want the straight lines. It just looks very attractive in the photos when you have straight lines versus crooked lines. And like sometimes it might not be very noticeable, but whenever you actually fix it just within the click of a button, like I don't know, it just polishes up the image so much more. But yeah, so it's a whole bunch of other tools in here that you can use to sharpen, color grading, lens correction. This right here, anytime you have whatever kind of lens you have, go ahead and just sometimes it's even automatic, but just come in here and select your camera. Whenever you select your camera and your model, usually it'll just automatically input like whatever lens you had. That's pretty cool, just because sometimes like you might have like some vignetting going on, and so that pretty much fixes it for the most part. So yeah, so real quick, I don't want to go too deep into this just yet. I'm gonna hit this up here. I'm not gonna map, it'd be slowing down my computer, but map, if you use like geotag and say for instance, if you're trying to find out where you shot whatever image, you can just come in here and go to maps. It'll tell you exactly where you were. So that's pretty cool. Book, if you want to make an album or a photo book or whatnot, I've done this in the past couple times. You can just come here to book if you don't have any other programs. This is already built inside this, so you don't have to pay for another software or whatever to make a book. It's not the best, but it's something. If you want to make a slideshow, I've done a couple slideshows here. If you want to print, do like custom prints or print templates. So web, a lot of people, not a lot, but I would say there are quite a few photographers out here that use Lightroom to, I guess they make a website to, make a client-proof website, right? So just bring your photos in here, upload it online, send the custom link to your client, and they can view it. So I never used it. I do know some people who do. To each his own. So that's that. We're gonna go back to the presentation real quick. Oh wow. Photoshop. So Photoshop, this is more heavier retouching. So you got, so when you think of the word retouch, when you hear the word retouch, you're thinking about photo manipulation. So like taking somebody's stomach in and out, making somebody's head or lips bigger or smaller, removing straight hairs or whatnot, composite imaging, object removal, so any kind of distractions that you don't want inside the photo, you can really just do it. Like you can like real deal perfect your photo as much as you want. You can spend hours trying to edit one photo. Please don't take hours, like unless you get paid like that. But so we're gonna go ahead and go to Photoshop real quick, because I did say I want to not take too much time on this video. It's 15 minutes already, and I said I didn't want to go over 15, so we are going to go through Photoshop very quick and wrap this bad boy up. So alright, so like I said, this is good for organization. That's what I use Lightroom for. And so we're gonna go ahead and bring this bad boy into Photoshop. It has to open. What can we talk about? Oh, that was pretty fast. I need some water. Drunk out my pineapple juice. That's like the end of it. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh. Alright. Ooh, that pineapple juice going crazy. Alright. So Photoshop, like I said, is a little bit more detailed into, you know, your editing and whatnot. One thing I do want to say before y'all start playing with Photoshop, because I know y'all probably gonna go on, you know, YouTube and look at other retouchers and see what they have to say. Photoshop is a program to where there are so many tools that end up doing the same thing. It's just a different method, right? And so I want to make sure that y'all know that, because I don't want y'all to get stuck on, you know, trying to find, or I don't want y'all to get stuck, period. Go ahead and learn. I would definitely suggest you to learn the tools, find out what they do, find out how to use them, and then from there, find out your own style of editing, right? Find out, you know, your own workflow. So I know for me and a lot of other people, you know, we learn editing from, you know, 10 people or whatever, right, on YouTube. And what we do is learn the methods that you like and keep those. The others, just okay, cool. I know, but it's not my style. So I just want to make sure I say that, just because I would say these 4 or 5 tools here, marquee tools, lasso tools, selection tools, they all do the same thing. They all just help you select a certain part of the image. Let's do quick selection. So quick selection, I can select Alexis in the dress, and I start to, you know, do whatever with that portion, right? If I want to get the lasso tool, let's do the magnetic lasso, right? I can do the same thing. I'm just selecting Alexis. Like I said, this is just really quick. Boom. Same thing. Same thing. A different method. I did literally the same thing. Object, I just did, so right here, this is the magic. Oh yeah, well maybe not that one, but yeah, so, well actually, no, what, anyways, so yeah, so those 4 or 5 tools up here. They're really meant for like selecting, right? Over here you got, you know, I never noticed this. I'm just now seeing this today. And so whenever you hover over these tools here, it tells you what it is and what it does, and then they also have like an example of what it does. Look at that. Why am I here? Why do we have YouTube? It tells you right there. That's crazy. But anyways, clone stamp tool, exactly what it sounds like. You can clone stuff. And so what I love, and like people, they sleep on this. Where is it? I'm trying not to use hotkeys. Alright, so liquefy. So liquefy, this is probably not the best image, just because she has so much dress. But I was gonna show y'all, you know, how you can make somebody's body like belly or booty or, you know, whatever, like larger or smaller. But since she has so much clothes on, we can play with her head, right? And so that's actually, you might be able to see it here. I shouldn't have to zoom in. So look at, yeah, there you go. Look at her jaw, right? So you can play with the jawline, her face. Also play with her smile, like, so you can give her like a smile. It's crazy, right? Crazy. Her eyes. So yeah, so you can play with so many things here on her face. People sleeping on that, sleeping. Outside of that, you know, you got your other liquefying tools over here on this side. And so, say for instance, like I said, you know, I can't really do too much right here, but you gonna make her legs smaller and kind of pull all that in. I'm just doing this really quick, just so that I can kind of show y'all, you know, some of the stuff that you can do. Say for instance, you know, again, this is not the best image here to do all this, but you're gonna bring her stomach in, like, oh, I don't like my belly. You know, of course she's pregnant, right? But you know, if this was like a regular person that wasn't pregnant, oh, I don't like my belly, I can start to play with that tool. What was that? The pucker tool, and then you got the other tool. What's the other tool? The bloat tool. So you want to make it bigger. Open that up a little bit, and boom. So yeah, like I said, so in short, Photoshop is like a Lightroom on steroids. So anything Lightroom can do, you can do here. Matter of fact, you can literally do everything Lightroom does here. I'm so used to using shortcut keys, but yeah. So here, boom. You remember these sliders, right? The sliders, the curve tool, the transforming tool to make things, to make things straighter and stuff. Like, you got all the same tools here that you have in Lightroom. Except for Lightroom, you can organize your photos though. So yeah, so I think that's all I really wanted to do for today. Because like I said, now it's 3:38, so that means we've been in this room for, I think, what's that? I'm hitting a whole bunch of everything. 25 minutes. 25 ain't too bad. I really want it to be like 10 to 15, but long story short, I hope that I added some kind of value in this video. Hopefully somebody learned a little something, even though I didn't get into much details. And I don't know, I just hit like a whole bunch of buttons now. This is crazy. Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully somebody learned something. Like I said, after this video, I will be following up with some more videos sometime next week to where I go a little deeper into Photoshop and Lightroom. I really want y'all to, you know, be comfortable using it. It's not scary. You just need to practice, just like anything else in life. Just practice. I know some of y'all also asked about weddings, and so some of y'all wanted some help with weddings. So like prices, some gear, and all that kind of good stuff. And so I think that'll be my very next video, and then I'll do the Lightroom video, and then I'll do the Photoshop video in that order. That way, because I think some of y'all got some weddings coming up. So if y'all have any questions about anything, whether it be Photoshop, Lightroom, or weddings, make sure you ask those questions. You can either put it in the comments here in this video, or you can put it in the Discord. Preferably, I want you to put it in the Discord. That way, we can kind of keep everything in a central location, and then from there, I'll take those questions and add it to the video content that I'm already going to put out. Okay, so y'all be easy. Y'all have a good night or good morning. It's 3:40, and we out, baby. We out.